November is a month to not shy away from going deep and processing the most repressed emotions. It may be a challenging and stressful process at times, but this is the last stretch of a long journey towards perfection, bliss, and positive transformation. 3 of the personal planets will all be transiting through Scorpio this month, forming a stellium. Whenever this happens, the themes of the sign are hyper-present. Scorpio is the fixed water sign that represents the underground waters and the depths of our emotions. Expect to gain insight into situations of the past that you thought were long gone. Any business left unfinished up to this point will not progress past this point. As Mars is the ruler of this sign, and is also part of the Mars, Mercury and Sun stellium, urges us to take action and be fearless in the face of chaos. Tears may flow down, but the strongest warrior knows when to grieve and when to fight. Another powerful influence of Mars this month is the last Saturn square of the year. You can blame our red neighbor for a lot of the friction of 2021, but get excited because after this one, these series of squares, with the added influence of the rebellious Uranus, won't happen again for quite a few years. Since this is the last one of the year, the transit will be a time for conclusions. With both traditionally malefic planets getting together, you can expect a little dose of tension. Taking the fearless stance will be necessary to transmute the energies present in this transit. Whatever 2 areas appear in your chart will need direct and quick action for it to be dealt with once and for all. Remember that it's Scorpio season, and with that, the cavernous corners of our society are where we will thrive for the season. The new moon this month has the help of the outer planet Uranus to bring about sudden changes to the way we feel about the world at large. This could be a time of information leaks, sudden outbursts, and radical stances. There's a good possibility of it being quite an overwhelming cycle, but the primary intent of the planets at the time is to bring about quick change for the better. Still, with speed comes a considerable amount of demolishing walls that some might have relied upon for a while. To get through this, we have to learn to let go of the past's old ways. It's to clean up the debris and get ready to excavate the ground for hidden treasures. Staying positive will come from knowing that there's water running deep beneath the surface even at times of drought. It's a nuisance to have to dig for it, but you may even find gold in the process if you go for it. The full moon this month is quite remarkable as it is the last eclipse of the Gemini-Sagittarius cycle that started in September of last year. This is a time for endings and closure. There's a strong sense of flexibility and duality wherever Gemini shows up. A lunar eclipse in the sign illuminates hidden messages and information that were previously obscured. This is a time of transitions and understanding. Now will be the time we get to look at our flaws the same way we can see others' shortcomings. This moon brings the knowledge that blaming one another does not solve any problems. It's only through the synthesis of outlooks that we find solutions. Gemini tends to make us indecisive, but this eclipse could indicate a time where we realize we don't have to make a decision and that we indeed can have the best of both worlds. This eclipse is also supported by a trine between Venus in Capricorn and Uranus in Taurus. The intense synergetic Earth energy of this transit helps with a forceful unifying of enemies. It supports the full moon by grounding the information Gemini has gathered and channels it toward creating something beautiful and everlasting. Since Venus is in Capricorn, she does have to work a little harder than she's used to. Once she gets the momentum going, however, the experiences she brings about are of utter luxury and glory. The month ends on a positive note with a Mercury Cazimi in Sagittarius. Even though Sagittarius is quite the opposite of what Mercury likes to do, here the messenger of the gods gets help from the sun's heat to overcome his obstacles in the sign often associated with preachy behavior. Mercury is the planet of information and duality, and since it rules Gemini, it really thrives in the realm of opposition. Through this transit, he gets to have an even broader perspective than he's used to, enabling him to widen his array of choices. This is reflected in our personal lives just the same as we are faced with a time where we must make the choices that will take us toward the light. Thank you so much for watching. Please give us a thumb up if you liked the video. Subscribe our YouTube channel not to miss the next video horoscope. Visit our website GoToHoroscope.com where you can find actual horoscope for today. Download our apps from Google Play and App Store to have your daily horoscope always on hand.